So when you are trying to build full stack apps with AI coding tools, you can get the front end done pretty fast. Like your AI assistant can build the components and pages in minutes, but then you hit the backend wall. You need a database, user authentication, file storage, maybe some serverless functions, and suddenly you are stuck teaching your AI how to set up Postgres, configure OpenAuth flows, and wire up S3 buckets. Or you are manually doing it by yourself, or just using the AI for the front end. Either way, it breaks the flow and turns what should take an hour into something that takes days or weeks. That's a problem InsForge is solving. Think of it like Supabase but for AI agents. With Supabase, you still have to manually create tables, set up policies, configure auth providers, all that stuff by yourself. But with InsForge, your AI agent can do all of it. It's a backend platform designed from the ground up to work with AI coding tools. So instead of you configuring everything manually, your AI can just handle it. Alright, so let me show you what this actually looks like. I'm gonna build a real app here using VS Code and GitHub Copilot. Now just so you know, InsForge works with bunch of different tools like Cloud Code, Cursor, Windsurf, Anti-Gravity, Codex and so many more. But I will be using Copilot today because that's so many developers are using. First thing we need is an InsForge project. I'm gonna head over to insforge.dev and create an account there. Takes like 3 seconds almost. And once I'm logged in, I will click create new project and it's ready. That's it. My backend is live in just minutes. Now I need to connect my AI to this backend. So in my project dashboard, there is this connect tab. When I click on it, I get options to configure for a bunch of AI coding tools. They also provide a VS Code extension for many IDEs like Cursor, Anti-Gravity, Coder, Windsurf and some others. So you can install the extension for easy configurations and get a user interface right in your editor. I will select GitHub Copilot from the drop down and it gives me an installation command. It already has my API key and my project URL in it, so I just copy and run it in my terminal. So after I run the command, so what this does is it create a VS Code /mcp.json file in my project. This is a project level MCP server configuration for InsForge. This has the complete configuration for InsForge. Alright, so now let me test this if this actually works. I can just copy this verification prompt and run it in my agent. And you can see it's responding with info about my project, so the authentication works. And you can see the MCP call in your project dashboard as well. Now let's actually build something real. I'm gonna make a simple task management app. User can sign up, log in, create tasks, mark them complete, pretty straightforward. So I will just tell Copilot what I want. Build a task manager app using InsForge as the backend. User should be able to sign up, log in, create tasks with the title and description, mark each task as complete and delete tasks, and use React for the front end. We will hit send and see what happens next. After this, now you can see Copilot is calling the InsForge MCP tools. It's reading the documentations, figuring out what tables it needs to create. Now it's creating a task table. Let me pull up the InsForge dashboard real quick so you can see this happening in live. In the database section, it's showing me the task table it just created. It has columns like ID, user ID, title, description, and some other columns. All this table and columns just AI figured it out by its own. And it's also setting up the authentications automatically. InsForge already has JWT based Auth built in, so Copilot is just wiring up the sign up and login flows in the front end. Now it's generating the React components, sign up form, login form, task list, add task form, all of it connecting the InsForge API endpoints. Now let me show you the code it wrote. Here is the sign up component, pretty clean. It's using the InsForge SDK to call the auth components. And here is the task list component pulling from the database. Okay, now it looks like everything is completed and we can run the server. After we run the server, you can see we get a login screen. Let me create an account real quick. Email, password, sign up, and I am in. Now I can add a task, something like make a YouTube video. Add it and there it is in my task list. Let me add another one like edit video. If I go back to the InsForge dashboard and look at the database, I can actually see these rows that just got inserted. User ID, task list, all of it. Let me mark the first task as complete And yes, the completed column updated to true as well. And if I delete a task, it's gone from the database too. Okay, now our app is ready with a complete backend and everything is working fine. Now the next step is deployment. Now mostly deployment is where things get really complicated for a lot of people, especially if you are new to this. But with InsForge, this is actually really simple. I can just tell my AI agent to deploy the app and it handles everything else. So let me do that. I will tell Copilot deploy this app to production with InsForge and it's calling the deployment tools. What's happening here is that it's creating a deployment, zipping up all my source files, uploading them to S3 and then sending everything to Vercel for the actual build and hosting. I can see the deployment status in my InsForge dashboard. You can see the status is currently building. The whole process almost take about a minute. And there we go. Status just changed to ready. My app is now live. This gives me a URL which is my appkey.insforge.site. And that's my app running in production. Same login, same tasks, everything is working fine. So that's basically it. I described what I wanted in a single prompt only. The AI connected to InsForge through the MCP server. It created the database schemas, set up authentications, wrote all the front-end code, and I got a working full stack application just like that. No manually writing SQL migrations, no configuring auth providers, no setting up API routes. The AI just handled it everything because InsForge is designed to be agent friendly. Now one thing I wanna mention is InsForge also works locally with Docker. If you don't wanna run the cloud version, you can run everything on your own machine. The setup is very easy. You clone the GitHub repo and run Docker Compose up. That's it. You get the full backend running locally with authentication, storage and everything else. And then you point the IP-based URL to localhost instead of the cloud URL when you are setting up the MCP connection. The local version is useful if you are working on something private or you just wanna develop offline. But either way, cloud or local, the experience is same. Alright, InsForge has this storage feature as well. It's backed by AWS S3, so you get the enterprise level durability. You can create public or private buckets and your AI agent can handle file upload the same way it handles database operations. You just tell it add image upload to this form and it will create the bucket, set up the upload endpoint, wire it up to your front end and you can use pre-signed URLs to upload directly to S3, which means your files don't go through your server at all, which scales way better. And there is a functions feature as well. These are basically serverless edge functions, pretty similar to Supabase edge functions. They run in a Dino runtime, so you can write JavaScript or TypeScript. And the cool part is they have the InsForge SDK pre-injected, so your function can access the database, storage, auth, all of it. You can use them for webhooks, cron jobs, custom API endpoints, whatever you need. Your AI agent can create and deploy these too just by using the MCP which we configured on start. If you need any type of AI integration, InsForge has OpenRouter built in, which gives you access to like hundreds of different AI models from OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, DeepSeek and all other providers. You get chat completions with streaming, image generation, web search, PDF parsing. So if you are building something with AI features, you don't have to set up separate API keys for every provider. It's all unified through InsForge. And again, your AI agent can configure all of this. So yes, between the database, auth, storage, function and AI integrations, you can build pretty much everything without leaving InsForge. Now for my personal thoughts on this, I think InsForge makes a lot of sense if you are using AI coding tools regularly. Like if you are already using Cursor or Claude Code or Copilot to build stuff, this just removes a bunch of friction. You are not switching between your AI and your backend config. You are not teaching your AI how to set up Postgres, row level security, or configure S3 bucket policies. You just describe what you want and it happens. It works for everything from quick prototypes to full production apps. When you are trying to validate an idea quickly or you want to get something running in minutes, but you can also scale it up for real applications because the infrastructure is built on Postgres and S3, so it can handle serious workloads. And since your AI agents manage the backend, you can scale fast when your app grows. So that said, if you are working on something where you need total control over every piece of your infrastructure, or you already have a backend setup that works well for your teams, give it a shot. You can use the cloud version which they host for you, or run the local version which is completely open source. Link is available in the description below. From there, create a project, connect your AI coding tools using the MCP setup, and start building. You will feel the real difference just after using it for few projects. Alright, so that's it from the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next video.